Today we're going to learn a new prefix, but before we do so, we are going to begin with some review. So what you'll see on the page are some of the morphemes that we've learned in the past. And given that this is only our second lesson, there are only 2 morphemes here. And we are going to read them, and we're going to go with their most common pronunciation. Sometimes the pronunciation shifts. Sometimes PRE is pronounced pre, but for this activity, we're going to go with that pronunciation pre. I'm going to model for you, and then I'm going to let you have a turn. So here we have pre, post, post, pre, post, pre, pre. Your turn. Please read aloud the prefixes on the screen. Excellent. Now what we're going to do is we are going to review those sense of meanings. As we learned in our last lesson, pre has the sense of before, and post has the sense of after. So please answer me, what sense of meaning does pre have? That's right, before, and post. That's right, after. Our next review activity is going to be a spelling activity. And what we're going to do is we're going to spell 4 words, and some of the morphemes will be review morphemes that we've learned in the past. So in the first box, I'm going to model today, since this is new to us. What we're going to do is we're going to hear our spoken syllables, think about our word parts, and then spell our words. So our first word is the word prefix. Please say prefix. I will use it in a sentence. The word unhappy has the prefix un, which means not. So what we're going to do is we're going to say prefix, which we did, prefix, and we're going to hear our spoken parts. Prefix. So I'm going to draw 2 lines. Prefix. And I happen to know that I hear a prefix pre, so we're going to go ahead and fill in our prefix. And we're going to circle it because that is a prefix that we have learned. And then our base is fix. All right, go ahead and read your word back. Prefix, prefix. Excellent. Our next word is preheating. Say the word preheating. She is preheating the oven before baking the cake. All right, in that word preheating, I hear 3 parts, preheating. And we're going to fill in those morphemes. I hear pre. And then I hear that ing suffix that we did review in our last lesson when we practiced some of our suffixing conventions. There it is. And then we're left with our base heat. That is a free base. Eat. Heat. That is a free base because heat is a word. So it literally means we're heating ahead of time, preheating. Our next word is that word postscript. Say it aloud, please. That's right, postscript. We're going to draw 2 lines, postscript. And I hear that prefix that we learned. There it is, post. Has that sense of after, post. And then we're left with script. And we're going to spell it just like it sounds. Script is a Latin base, and it has the meaning of right, the sense of right. And there are not K's in those Latin elements, so we know it's a C, script. So our word is postscript. He added a postscript at the end of the letter to say thank you. Read your word back. Postscript. That's right. Our final spelling word is that word prevented. Please say prevented. The rain prevented us from playing outside. So we have our word parts, prevented. This word has both the prefix and a suffix. Here's that ed suffix telling us this is a past tense word. We're going to fill in our word parts. And then we're left with a base vent, V-E-N-T. All right, please read your words back aloud. That's right, prefix. That's right, preheating. Postscript. Prevented. All right, please use one of your sentences one of your words in a sentence. All right, are you ready to learn our new prefix? All right, we are going to learn the prefix re. The most common pronunciation of this prefix is re. So how do we spell, go ahead and say re. How do we spell re? E. Yes, there it is, re. And notice that we have that little line after it. That's indicating that there is more after it. Okay, our prefixes come before our base, and sometimes words have more than one. Sometimes re is pronounced re, such as in the word repetition, but usually it is re. So now I just said one word, repetition. Can you think of any words that contain the prefix re? Go ahead and say a few out loud if you can think of any. All right, here are some words containing this new prefix, and re has two senses. So first what we're going to do is we're going to underline our target morpheme, this prefix re, and then we're going to read the words. So I'll do the first one for you. Redo, redo. I'm going to redo my hair before I have my picture taken. Right, your turn. What's our word? That's right, restart. What's our word? Retake. What's our word? Replay. What's our word? Repeat. What's our word? Recount. So in the top set of words here, the top two rows, what sense of meaning does re have in these words? How does it affect the meanings of these words? If I restart something, I might need to restart my recording because I didn't do a good job. I might need to retake a photo because I didn't like how it turned out. Have you ever had to repeat yourself or recount something such as your change? So as you probably kind of figured out, re in these words has that sense of again. Again. Now we're going to do the same task below. We're going to read these words. So we have rebel, except in this word, we could say rebel or rebel, depending on the sentence. Did you hear that pronunciation shift? So this word is rebel. All right, your turn. Respond. Restore. Restrain. Revolt. Rewind. So let's think about those words. Have you ever been fishing and you had to rewind the fishing reel? What does it mean if you restrain yourself? Like you want another piece of pie, but you're going to restrain yourself. How about if you respond to someone, your teacher wants you to respond. So you respond to him or her. So in these words, give it a little thought. Maybe you've realized this kind of has that sense of back, right? If you restrain, you kind of hold back. If you rewind something, you literally are winding it back. So again, re has two senses, again or back. So can you repeat after me? Again and back. All right, what we're going to do now is we are going to do our constructor and deconstructor activity. We are going to, in the top half, we are going to we're going to look at some word parts and we're going to form our words. So go ahead and get your copy ready. I will model the first one for you. So here I have cycle, and then I have the ed suffix. So my word, if I put it together, is going to be that word recycled. But I need to notice ed is a vowel suffix. So therefore that final e in cycle needs to be dropped. So this is how we spell our word recycle. Recycled. I recycled the cardboard. Recycled. All right, your turn. Go ahead and fill in your words. And restart the video when you're ready. All right, in this next word, check your work. We have remake with the suffix ing. So we have remake. Drop that e because we have an ing suffix, remaking. Next one, recharge with the suffix es. So we have recharge, drop the final e with our suffix es, recharges. Here we have replied. We have that prefix re. We have the ply, except that single y is going to turn to an I. Remember, I's a nice guy, and there's our final word, replied. All right, down below, we're going to do the opposite task. I will do the first one for you. I see that prefix re, and then we have that base try, and then we have ing. And in that word, retrying, that single y stays because it's the suffix ing. Go ahead and pause and fill out your copy, and then hit replay when you're ready to go over the words. All right. Repayment. Rebuild, ing, rebuilding. And here we have refund with the ed suffix, and our word is refunded. Excellent job.